Part 48. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 471. At this moment, Qinglong, White Tiger, Suzaku, and Suanhui roared between heaven and earth, and the four runes suddenly closed together. Buzz. In an instant, the four major runes enveloped Duanmu Ancestor and Tai Lao. The terrifying formation sealed them and trapped them inside. Boy, let us both out quickly. The ancestors of the Duanmu family and their great-grandmother all screamed angrily, but they couldn't break out of Qin Feng's four-image rune formation. This four-symbol rune formation, under the blessing of the divine Forbidden City, isolated this place. The energy light was so powerful that it blocked two powerful men from the realm of princes. Boom, boom, boom. At this moment, Qin Feng no longer held back his hand. In his palm, the low-grade grenade was still in the four-image rune array. As the grenade shattered, the fairy gold fragments acted on the two of them, drowning them. At this moment, everyone in the Duanmu family saw this and swooped forward, wanting to stop Qin Feng and let their ancestor break through. Yuan Kong Dizzy and others knew that the opportunity had come. With a wave of his hand, all the generals of the Anyuan family came immediately and stopped everyone in the Duanmu family. The war broke out. A cold smile bloomed on Qin Feng's face. He had already stopped the two ancestors of the Duanmu family. Others would not pose any threat to Yan Yun and others, and there would be no accidents in this matter. Then, the fairy gold fragments exploded, and the terrifying energy light blasted all the limbs of Duanmu Ancestor and Tai Lao into slag. When the four symbols rune array dispersed, the people brought by Yan Yun and everyone in the Duanmu family all looked at the scene in disbelief with trembling eyes. The ancestors of the two princes, the third and fourth heavens, only had two heads left in the void at this time. There was fear in their eyes, and they had lost all their fighting power. However, Qin Feng showed no mercy. The Six Paths Immortal Sword used the Samsara Sword technique and slashed the two men to death in the void. Here, 6 diamond scratch-off cards suddenly appeared. Qin Feng stepped forward and picked up all the scratch-off cards. Ding! Congratulations to the host who successfully used the diamond scratch-off card and obtained 80,000 divine pills. Ding! Congratulations to the host who successfully used the diamond scratch-off card and obtained 320 fairy-grade flying swords. Ding! Congratulations to the host who successfully used the diamond scratch-off card and obtained 9,000 phaseless elixirs. Ding! Congratulations to the host who successfully used the diamond scratch-off card and obtained 300 fairy-grade flash bombs. The system's beeps sounded continuously, and a smile appeared on Qin Feng's face. He solved all the troubles without using the Pangu's horn, which was really a fruitful harvest. At this moment, everyone in the Duanmu family panicked. They were terrified and felt that their lives were in danger. So, without any hesitation, these people immediately fled in all directions, unable to resist any resistance. The battle situation here is one-sided. The generals and soldiers brought by Yan Yun feel like they are in a deserted land, and the battle breaks out fiercely. The Duanmu family could no longer organize an effective counterattack. Everyone ran away and was killed. In the blink of an eye, the place was completely cleared. Everything here came to an end for the time being, and Yan Yun's face bloomed with joy that could not be concealed. In the powerful capital of the Yan Kingdom, a large family has been wiped out. Its power and the industrial geniuses and treasures under its command will all be taken over by Yan Yun and included in his hands. His strength will definitely soar. Soon after, Qin Feng, Yan Yun and others returned to the palace and rested temporarily. And Yan Yun hurriedly walked out of the mansion and sent someone to solve the next trouble. Qin Feng did not participate in the matter of cleaning up the battlefield, but prepared to take a good rest. 3 days later, Yan Yun brought back a piece of news for Qin Feng when he entered the imperial city of Yan Kingdom. The reason why people from the Killer Dynasty attacked Qin Feng was entirely because the head of the Xia family paid to kill him. Now the list of people who attacked Qin Feng is still at the top of the list of the killer dynasty. Xia family. I didn't go looking for him, but he came to the door. In the palace, Qin Feng's eyes were filled with coldness. The head of the Xia family actually bribed people from the assassin dynasty. He wanted to kill him, so he really overestimated his ability. Have you thought about it? Tell me the stronghold of the assassin dynasty and I can let you go. In Qin Feng's heart, the killer dynasty was always a mountain suspended above his head, making him unable to feel at ease. With the killer dynasty, he will always be on tenterhooks and in danger. Yet Xing Cheng just lowered his head and cleaned the environment in the palace without saying anything. This girl was very stubborn and had no intention of betraying their killer dynasty. Qin Feng was very helpless. If he used force to search for Ye Qingqing's soul, there should be some hope of finding the stronghold of the killer dynasty. But at the same time, he felt that there should be a restriction in this girl's sea of consciousness, and then the poor girl would die. Sooner or later, the day you said will come. Qin Feng no longer paid attention to Ye Qingcheng. He planned to wait until Yan Yun solved everything in the Duanmu family, and then wipe out the Xia family to avoid future troubles. The next day, when Qin Feng mentioned the matter to Yan Yun showed a look of embarrassment on his face. The Xia family has outstanding strength. If the Xia family can be wiped out, his strength will definitely increase exponentially. Moreover, he believes that Qin Feng has the means to destroy the Xia family. However, the wife of the Xia family is related to their Yan family. If he participates, it will definitely make the person in the palace furious. The Xia family is different from the Duanmu family. Although the Xia family is not a royal family, it has a close relationship with the palace. The wife of the Xia family and the queen of the palace are biological sisters. If Yan Yun takes action, it will definitely cause great trouble and the consequences will be disastrous. Brother Qin, I can send some experts to disguise themselves and go with you to the Xia family. In the end, Yan Yun made a compromise plan. Qin Feng nodded after hearing this. Yan Yun could still stand with him at this time, which showed that he was indeed a good person. However, after knowing the relationship between the palace and the Xia family, Qin Feng naturally would not let Yan Yun take any more risks. No need, I am the one who caused such a relationship between the Xia family and brother Yan. Qin Feng said calmly without any expression. He had really changed his mind. However, his tone instantly made Yan Yun's heart sink, and he felt that Qin Feng seemed unhappy. Brother Qin, we can discuss this matter again. Yan Yun naturally did not want to lose Qin Feng's friendship, so he quickly spoke again. Qin Feng is a good person. He immediately saw what Yan Yun meant. He smiled and said, Brother Yan is worrying too much. In fact, I just suddenly thought of other helpers. Don't worry, our friendship will never change. Of window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbspeed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 472. When Yan Yun heard that Qin Feng did not blame him, his heart was finally at ease. As long as he had Qin Feng's promise and the friendship of the Suzaku Holy Land, he would have a great chance of winning in the fight for the position of the Crown Prince. By the way, Brother Qin, these are the natural treasures collected from the Duanmu family. As for the others, I divided the Duanmu family's assets into two parts, 60% for you, and the remaining 40% for me. Yan Yun handed the list of the Duanmu family's natural treasures to Qin Feng for Qin Feng to review. It was all Qin Feng's credit to destroy the Duanmu family, so he naturally did not dare to take all of them. Brother Yan, you worry too much. I won't take care of these assets even if you give them to me. It's better to put them all in your name. When I remember them, it won't be too late to ask you for them. Qin Feng said lightly. The assets of the Duanmu family were just chicken ribs for him. His property far exceeded the power of 10 Duanmu families, so he didn't care about them at all. Okay, but these natural treasures don't take up space and can be stored in the storage space by Brother Qin, so Qin Feng shouldn't refuse. Yan Yun naturally knew Qin Feng's idea. Qin Feng said that leaving these industries with him was actually giving them to him completely. So, he naturally couldn't accept the natural treasures from the Duanmu family, so he decided to give them all to Qin Feng. Qin Feng originally wanted to postpone it, but when he saw the eager look on his little apprentice's face, he waved his hand and said, "Since Brother Yan has such good intentions, let my little apprentice and the masters pick some of the ones they like and accept them." "That's great, come on, take Miss Zhou and others to choose." Yan Yun ordered, and soon someone took Zhou Qing'er and others to choose natural treasures. The Duanmu family is worthy of being one of the 8 royal families. Countless natural treasures are piled up like mountains, and the eyes of several girls changed on the spot. As for how many high-quality natural materials and treasures were selected, it is unknown. Anyway, the housekeeper's painful expression shows that there are many. As for Qin Feng, he practiced in the palace, preparing to solve the Xia family to eliminate future troubles. Not long after, Zuck contacted the contact point of Zuck Holy Land in the imperial city of Yan State. Soon, Qin Feng and Yan Yun said goodbye and came to the industrial point of Zuck Holy Land. The disciples who can be here are all good players, with more than a dozen masters in the Wuxiang realm. Among them, Zhu Luo was arranged by Zhu Yan to come here to help Qin Feng and fight against the Xia family together. In order to solve the Xia family, Qin Feng distributed a high-quality flying sword to each person, so that the strength was enough to raise the Xia family to the ground. Soon, Qin Feng led people riding dragon horses and flew towards the Xia family. The dragon horse flew in the air, instantly attracting countless screams. At this moment, countless pedestrians on the street saw the team in the sky, all with horrified faces and horror in their hearts. Those who can live in the imperial city are all cultivators with strong strength, and some have even reached the state of no phase. Such a grand flying team is indeed rare. It's so scary to get a fierce beast, it's actually a dragon horse. Hey, dragon horse, could it be the person from the Suzaku Holy Land? In the imperial city, countless people were shocked, and some members of the 7 royal families were even more frightened. They had heard about the experience of the Duanmu family a long time ago. If the person who traveled on the dragon horse was really the person from the Suzaku Holy Land, then someone would definitely suffer again. Oh my God, such a powerful person, who is he targeting again? Countless people took a breath of cold air, and the shock in their hearts was indescribable. It seems that the location ahead is the Xia family. It is said that the Xia family hired a killer from the Assassin Divine Dynasty to ambush Qin Feng. Countless people were talking about it, and in their shocked eyes, Qin Feng really came to the sky above the Xia family. Just when Qin Feng brought people to the sky above the Xia family, a commotion spread throughout the Xia family. Swish, swish. In an instant, the elders of the Xia family came out one after another. Each elder exuded a powerful aura, and many of them were in the 9th heaven of the Wuxiang. Who is good at the Xia family? An elder of the Xia family roared, his eyes looking up into the sky. When he saw Qin Feng on the back of the dragon horse, his body staggered and almost fell to the ground. When he was in the Suzaku Holy Land, he and the head of the Xia family had seen Qin Feng's figure. At this time, Qin Feng came to their Xia family, which scared him on the spot. "Mr. Qin came to our Xia family. I hope you will forgive me for not welcoming you from afar. I will report to the head of the family now." The elder was terrified. As an elder of the Xia family, he was scared and couldn't keep calm at all. "What's the situation? What happened?" In the Xia family courtyard, all the elders and elites gathered together and waited for battle. Suddenly, someone else found Qin Feng on the back of the dragon horse and exclaimed, "Look, isn't that the holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land? Oh my god, why did he come to our Xia family? Is he here to call for punishment?" Some of the elites of the Xia family were all panicked. There was a rumor today that the assassins who attacked Qin Feng were hired by their own family head. This made them completely lose their usual demeanor and very uneasy. Swish! The head of the Xia family appeared. He stared at Qin Feng below with murderous intent in his eyes. Qin Feng is really a man who doesn't take the road to heaven and comes to hell without a door. The head of the Xia family was furious. He suddenly raised his head and scanned the whole place with a pair of cold eyes. Qin Feng smiled slightly when he heard this. He looked at the head of the Xia family and said, "You paid to kill me. Now I want you to take two paths. One is to surrender, the other is to go to hell." What an arrogant junior. Even if you are the holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land, you should not ignore my Xia family. The elders and elites of the Xia family were all trembling with anger. As the mainstay of the Xia family, they were extremely powerful. When had they ever been forced to come and scold them like this? "Who are you, and you dare to make my Xia family surrender?" At this time, a young monk from the Xia family shouted. A fierce aura was released from his body, and his cultivation had reached the 6th level of the formless heaven. "What are you?" Qin Feng was slightly happy. This kid is quite crazy. Among the young elites of the Xia family, this guy is obviously respected. "I am the number one genius of the Xia family, Xia Tengguo." Xia Tengguo curled his lips and said with a conceited look on his face. The aura of cultivation shown by the other party was only the 4th level of divine light, and he didn't take it seriously at all. "What a coincidence, I am a person who specializes in killing talented people." When Qin Feng heard this, he immediately became happy. He remembered that Xia Tenglong was the Xia family's top talent, which meant that this man was a leader of the younger generation who had just been promoted by the Xia family with medicine. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 473. When Xia Tengguo heard this, he immediately became angry. As a proud member of the Xia family in the imperial city, no one has ever dared to despise him like this. "Boy, you don't overestimate your capabilities. If I want to kill you, one of my hands is enough." Xia Tengguo sneered. He was suspended in the void with his hands behind his back, looking confident. The person in front of him was at the 4th level of divine light. It was too easy for him to kill such garbage. "It's just you. I can kill you with just one finger. Boy, I heard that you are very awesome. Do you dare to fight me?" When Qin Feng's words fell, everyone in the Xia family was in an uproar. Even the head of the Xia family was stunned. The look in his eyes when he looked at Qin Feng suddenly turned bad. Qin Feng killed his own prodigy Xia Tenglong, which made him extremely angry. So after he returned to the Xia family, he immediately used the Xia family's immeasurable financial resources to bring Xia Tengguo to the 6th level of Wuxiang. After improving his realm, Xia Tengguo became the number one among the younger generation. Moreover, some of the Xia family's elders in the phaseless realm were not Xia Tengguo's enemies. Although Qin Feng was very weird, he would never believe it if he could cross 10 realms with one finger and crush Xia Tengguo. Damn it, is this kid stupid? He is just a 4th level god, but he dares to challenge the crown prince. The prince is so talented that crushing the other party is as easy as crushing an ant. He really overestimates his capabilities. Countless young elites of the Xia family began to scold him. Xia Tengguo represented the leader of their younger generation and was the face of their Xia family. At this juncture, Xia Tenguo must not retreat, otherwise the morale of the Xia family will be demoralized and they will become disloyal. Tenguo teaches him a lesson. The head of the Xia family yelled, Qin Feng actually dared to bring people to their Xia family. He didn't take the Xia family seriously at all. How could he not let this matter go? It's the head of the family. Xia Tenguo agreed, and he came not far in front of Qin Feng, squinting at Qin Feng, his aura surged, and his murderous intent was soaring. When Qin Feng heard this, he also turned his attention to Xia Tenguo. This man looked pretentious and decided to teach him how to behave. What he likes most is to teach Tianjiao how to behave. Brush. Qin Feng stepped on the immortal step, and his figure instantly disappeared in the void, approaching Xia Tenguo. Well done. At this moment, Xia Tenguo was already prepared. He snorted coldly, his eyes flashing with an astonishing cold light. As the genius of the Xia family, his own strength is not outstanding. He has been used by the elders and family members of the Xia family to use very precious elixirs to raise his realm to the 6th level of the formless world. Even if his strength is the highest in the entire family, there are few opponents in the imperial city. Qin Feng and the two were suspended in mid-air, releasing a powerful aura from their whole bodies, which instantly caused the temperature above the Xia family to soar, and a surge of divine power surged up. What a powerful momentum! Both of them are young and talented people, and they are both the best among men. This is definitely a battle between dragons and tigers. Who will win is still unknown. The elders of the Xia family and the people from the Suzaku Holy Land brought by Qin Feng were all talking about it. Both of them were young and handsome men, with powerful momentum flowing around them, which was earth-shattering. Among the residents near the Xia family, countless monks also flew into the sky to watch the battle taking place here. Someone brought a master to threaten the Linxia family. It seemed that they wanted to cause trouble for the Xia family, which made some people speculate as to who had dared to cause trouble for the family after eating the bear-heart leopard. There were even some people who guessed Qin Feng's identity and were all frightened. Such a powerful holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land gave people an impression of being invincible. Even the 4th level of Shenzhou wants to fight me. Qin Feng, you really don't know how high the sky is. Xia Tenguo's face was gloomy. He suspended in the void and waved his hand to take out a long sword of the highest quality. As soon as this long knife appeared, a grey mist suddenly bloomed, intertwining qi and reason, and the gorgeous sword light released looked extremely amazing. You'll cry later. A bright smile appeared on Qin Feng's face. All the geniuses who said this to him would have only one ending, and there would be no surprises. Since you use the knife, I will also use the knife with you. Qin Feng raised a smile at the corner of his mouth, and while speaking, he took out his 6 Paths Immortal Sword. As soon as the 6 Paths Immortal Sword appeared, it immediately spread with astonishing momentum. The terrifying sword energy was earth-shattering. The aura of the Earth Immortal grade was fully revealed, making everyone in the Xia family feel their hearts beating wildly and feeling a very dangerous feeling. Boy, how can you be a hero if you use a knife when others use it? If you have the ability, use other weapons. An elder of the Xia family scolded that he felt the amazing power from Qin Feng's 6 Paths Immortal Sword. Although he knew that the other party would never put it away, he still wanted to verbally discuss the other party. Change to other weapons, okay, then I will kill your prince with my sword. Qin Feng smiled coldly. He put away the 6 Paths Immortal Sword and took out his Absolute Immortal Sword. The Absolute Immortal Sword is a superior weapon of immortal grade. Under his tempering, it is infinitely close to the inferior weapon of Earth Immortal. Its momentum is also shockingly scary. Moreover, the material of the Absolute Immortal Sword is extraordinary, and it also has a combat power bonus, making Qin Feng's strength reach astonishing levels. As the 6 Paths Immortal Sword disappeared, the terrible pressure over the Xia family disappeared immediately. Some young people felt that the pressure suppressing their hearts dissipated, and they all exhaled a long breath. No, Holy Sun. Holy Sun, don't be careless. Zuluo and other elders of the Suzaku Holy Land were a little anxious for a moment. Qinfeng put away his most powerful weapon and used his own shortcomings to attack the enemy's strengths, giving people a very bad feeling. It doesn't matter, I know it well. Qinfeng nodded and smiled, with a smile on his face, looking very enigmatic. Seeing Qinfeng put away the terrifying long knife, Xia Tengguo's eyes narrowed. He felt that the other party was not a fool and could not be so careless. As soon as Qinfeng's absolute immortal sword appeared, Xia Tengguo suddenly became more vigilant, because he found that Qinfeng's absolute immortal sword was not much weaker than the Six Paths immortal sword. You use the sword and I use the sword. You don't have anything to say. Qinfeng looked at Xia Tengguo with a look of harmlessness. He just wanted to trample the Xia family's genius under his feet. He just wanted to slap the Xia family's face hard several times and let the head of the Xia family know that if he wanted to bribe someone from the assassin dynasty to kill him, he would only die. The genius of the Xia family is the hope of the future of the Xia family. To slap the genius in the face is to step on the face of the Xia family and make them unable to hold their heads high as a human being. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 474. At this time, the elders and elites of the Xia family who had just shouted, all quieted down. Qinfeng put away the powerful weapon, making them feel the pressure suddenly reduced. Although the absolute immortal sword still exudes a powerful momentum, it is far from being comparable to the Six Paths immortal sword, and they will not say anything. Boom! As Qinfeng's voice fell, Xia Tengguo moved instantly. He slashed with the long sword in his hand, and the void was trembling wildly, spreading huge cracks. A cross slash broke through the space of heaven and earth, and the strong wind came, which was really terrifying. As the signature martial arts of the Xia family, the Yaksha sword technique, with the blessing of the top-grade immortal sword, exerted even more amazing power, which was more powerful than the sword technique used by Xia Tenglong at that time. According to rumors, some of the Xia family's geniuses have the blood of Yaksha, and the ancestor of the Xia family even shocked the imperial city with such a divine body, becoming a veritable great family. The prince is even more powerful than the then prodigy Xia Tenglong. With a crush of nearly a dozen small realms, Qinfeng will definitely not be his opponent. A heated discussion broke out in the Xia family, and everyone thought that Xia Tengguo was more terrifying than Xia Tenglong. Especially in the past few days, the Xia family used precious spiritual medicine to cleanse Xia Tengguo's marrow and bones, which made Xia Tengguo's strength reach an extremely terrifying level. Even in the duels with some Wuxiang Tianjiao in the capital, he was not inferior. Chilla! The void was trembling, and the cross slash cut through the void, with an unstoppable momentum, shocking the elders of the Suzaku Holy Land. With such power, even if they were to face it, they would not be able to get any benefit. Suzaku strikes. A cold light suddenly flashed in Qinfeng's eyes, and he stepped on the Nixian step, and in an instant he turned into a light and shadow as if he had merged into the void. Boom! The void was broken, and the blade had already locked onto Qinfeng. A thunderous roar was heard, and the terrible killing intent swept across the sky. This knife shattered the sky, extremely terrifying. At this time, Xia Tengguo had already revealed a sneer at the corner of his mouth. Qinfeng would definitely die in such an attack, and there would be no other ending. However, Qinfeng's speed was too fast. Even if Xia Tengguo locked onto Qinfeng's figure, it was useless. His swordsmanship could not catch up with Qinfeng's figure at all. The cross slash was shattered by Qinfeng's sword, and a roar sounded between heaven and earth, and a huge trembling sound was heard, spreading into pieces of ripples, and the divine power was like a tide, sweeping across the 10 directions. In the endless waves of energy, Xia Tengguo's face turned pale, and he retreated dozens of steps before he stabilized his body. At this time, Xia Tengguo was horrified. He crushed Qin Feng's strength by a large realm, but he couldn't even take the opponent's move. This made him lose confidence, and his heart sank to the bottom of the valley in an instant. Even the full force of the 6th level of Wuxiang could not defeat the opponent. Such a scene was too terrifying, not to mention that the opponent had a more powerful longsword that he had not used. Is this the so-called genius? Qin Feng shook his head teasingly. He looked calm and indifferent. He could feel that although Xia Tengguo was stronger than Xia Tenlong. However, his qualifications were not a little bit worse than Xia Tenlong, not to mention that the cramming style realm improvement made Xia Tengguo's foundation somewhat unstable. Ordinary cultivators might not be able to see it if they were to fight against Xia Tengguo, but they would instantly reveal their shortcomings when fighting against a true peerless genius like Qin Feng. Don't be happy too early. Xia Tengguo shouted loudly, his face was as dark as water, and he was shaking with anger. As a 6th level of Wuxiang, he was blocked in one move, which made him really embarrassed. Before, he had been boasting that he was the best of the young generation in the imperial city. At this moment, such performance made him unable to control himself. Swish! Qin Feng's speed was too violent. He instantly appeared behind Xia Tengguo, and then, it was a series of ordinary punches. These ordinary punches, under the blessing of Qin Feng's 9 prohibitions, were also earth-shattering in power, and the whistling sound was endless, all acting on Xia Tengguo's face. In the air, screams continued to be heard. In a flash, Xia Tengguo was beaten into a pig head by Qin Feng, looking extremely embarrassed. Ah, you deserve to die. Xia Tengguo roared to the sky, and a terrible cold light bloomed in his eyes, and he was extremely angry. Buzz! At this moment, behind Xia Tengguo a black and silver light appeared, which was extremely terrifying and became real. At this time, the people of the Suzaku Holy Land saw Xia Tengguo's face swollen like a pig head, and they all laughed. The people of the Xia family also couldn't hide their smiles on their faces. Their faces were flushed and they felt very uncomfortable. Suddenly, Qin Feng used a move of the heaven flipping seal, which directly knocked Xia Tengguo out and smashed him to the ground. The whole audience was instantly silent. Am I seeing this right? It's useless even if the prince uses the Iksha vision. That last palm was too terrifying. In the air, all the elites, Tianxiao and elders of the Xia family gasped and opened their mouths in disbelief. A great Tianxiao of the Xia family was actually beaten into a pig's head and blasted away. This made the people of the Xia family unable to hide their horror. They were all trembling with fear. What about the Tianxiao Lao Shenzi? Qin Feng was suspended in the air, his face was calm, and his aura was so strong that he looked like a demon king descending. The terrifying pressure bloomed between heaven and earth, making people tremble in their hearts. He defeated Xia Tengguo without even using the Juexian sword. Xia Tengguo fell to the ground, he was almost unrecognizable, and he groaned in pain, which was completely different from the arrogant appearance when he appeared. Qin Feng, don't be too proud. Xia Tengguo struggled to get up from the ground, his eyes were red with anger. As the pride of the Xia family, this was the first time he was so embarrassed since he became famous. Pa! Qin Feng stepped on the Nixian step, appeared in front of Xia Tengguo, raised his hand and slapped him. At this moment, Xia Tengguo's face, which was already swollen like a pig's head, became even more terrifying, and he couldn't even speak clearly. Boy, I've told you, I'm a master who specializes in beating up geniuses. It's useless for you to say anything. I'll show you my true colors with my hands. Qin Feng sneered, with a look of disdain on his face. His immortal reverse step made him extremely fast, and Xia Tengguo couldn't react in time. Xia Tengguo was extremely embarrassed. His voice came from the ruins bit by bit, and his pronunciation became unclear. He spat out teeth mixed with blood, which was very miserable. Woo, you, should, shit. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 475. Xia Tengui rose into the air and roared loudly. Although he couldn't even speak clearly, the silver-winged yaksha behind him became more and more real, as if he had come to the world. Yaksha demonic knife. Xia Tengui roared angrily. He held the immortal sword on the immortal product, swooped towards Qin Feng with the waves of his wings, and performed an unparalleled move. At this moment, the head of the Xia family and others are all paying attention. They are staring at Qin Feng's movements without blinking. Once Xia Tengui loses to Qin Feng, they will save Xia Tengui in an instant. As for why they still let Xia Tengui play, they had no idea. It was entirely because their genius Xia Tenglong was killed by Qin Feng, which caused the young disciples of their family to feel depressed. At this time, if Xia Tengui can defeat Qin Feng in 1.5 moves, it will be enough to make the young disciples of the Xia family feel relieved and regain their confidence again. As Xia Tengui's silver-winged yaksha appeared, the young disciples of the Xia family were completely excited. This battle was for their Xia family's face, which made them all extremely excited. The yaksha demonic knife is our Xia family's secret skill. It will definitely crush the opponent. Even if the opponent has a divine king body, it is impossible for him to remain strong forever. Qin Feng was suspended in mid-air, his white clothes fluttering, and the vision of the God King shrouded his body. He did not have any panic, but appeared extremely calm. The moment the opponent's sword light approached his body, Qin Feng seemed to have expected it. He met the opponent's sword light with the absolute immortal sword in his hand. Clang! The metal trembling sound spread and spread for dozens of miles, and was powerful in the sky above the imperial city. The absolute immortal sword knocked away the opponent's sword light and Xia Tengui together. And the opponent's long knife was even broken into a gap, and its lethality was greatly reduced. What a terrifying spiritual sense! Such a powerful fairy sword is no weaker than the long sword he put away just now. Is this the strength of the ancient Holy Land? At this moment, all the elders of the Xia family were at their lowest point. They understood that Xia Tengui was definitely no match for Qin Feng. Qin Feng is so young, and his combat power and spiritual awareness are so terrifying. He can predict the enemy's opportunities first, making it difficult for people to guard against him. Call out! Silver-winged yaksha spread his wings, and Xia Tengui's figure disappeared again. He seemed to be one with the void and attacked Qin Feng again. The space suddenly split open, and a black sword slashed down. The scene was quite terrifying, and it was so powerful that it twisted the world. The black sword light covered the sky and covered the earth, crushing towards Qin Feng. The void was trembling wildly, spreading endless ripples, shaking like rags, and a black abyss appeared. Qin Feng was happy and fearless. He used the immortal sword to fight against him. The energy of the sword penetrated the sky for 9 days. The Suzaku struck with a dazzling brilliance that made people dizzy. Then, Suzaku's strike suddenly produced a critical hit, and actually chopped Xia Tengui's immortal grade superior immortal way into pieces. Moreover, an earth-shattering trembling sound came, making people's eardrums flutter. Some low-level monks were shocked. They all staggered and fell to the ground, their blood and energy were shaken, and their hearts were split with horror. Xia Tengui, who was hiding in the void, was knocked out by Qin Feng again and hit a building below. He was coughing heavily and his face was extremely pale. Many people watching the battle in the distance all turned pale. They thought it was difficult to resist such terrifying strength. Xiajia Tianxiao, who is in the 6th level of Wuxiang Heaven, is no match for Qin Feng and can only become a stepping stone on Qin Feng's path. I don't accept it. Xia Tengui rose into the sky again. He couldn't bear that his majestic Tianjiao was no match for Qin Feng, and he couldn't even stop him with a single blow. Teng Wu, don't act rashly. My lord, don't be impulsive. At this time, the head of the Xia family and the elders of the Xia family were all horrified, and they immediately took action to stop Xia Tengguo. Because they could see that Qin Feng had the intention to kill, and this attack would directly kill Xia Tengguo in the void. However, it is a pity that Xia Tengguo has lost his temper and cannot listen to their opinions at all. His speed was so fast that in an instant, he was above Qin Feng. He turned his hands into a sky knife and slashed with his wings. The black mist of Yaksha's wings loomed into the sky, pressing down like two heavenly knives. This was an extremely terrifying magic power that aroused the energy of heaven and earth, and the ocean-like light was rotating and released. At this moment, Qin Feng's eyes were surprisingly bright. He struck the void with his immortal sword. The dazzling sword light instantly caused the void to collapse. In the blink of an eye, Qin Feng slashed out 8 rays of sword light, directly destroying Xia Tengguo's Yaksha wings in the void. At the same time, the power of the soul suppressed Xia Tengguo, and he was locked by Qin Feng. The next moment, Qin Feng stepped on the immortal step and came to the top of Xia Tengguo in an instant, using the 9 forbidden blessings to hit a shocking blow. Buzz! Xia Tengguo was horrified. He only saw Qin Feng pointing out a finger. This finger was intertwined with brilliant golden light, like a pillar reaching the sky, pointing toward his eyebrows. Stop! Dare you! Everyone in the Xia family went crazy. Qin Feng said that he could crush Xia Tengguo to death with one finger. If Xia Tengguo really let the other party crush him to death with one finger, it would definitely bring the momentum of the younger generation of their Xia family to the freezing point. By that time, even if Qin Feng could be killed, the Xia family would become the most unpopular laughingstock in the imperial city. Other forces will definitely chase and intercept the Xia family, divide the Xia family, and devour them completely. Unfortunately, the head of the Xia family and the elders around them all took action, but it was too late. They could only watch Qin Feng pierce the void with one finger, tap Xia Tengguo's forehead, and kill him in the void. Before Xia Tengguo died, there was an expression of disbelief and horror in his eyes. He was used to being conceited, and this time he dragged it too far. He never thought that he would end up like this. I said that I could kill you with one finger, but it's a pity that you didn't listen. You are courting death. You and the others might as well go together. Qin Feng deliberately squeezed the head of the Xia family and the elders around him. The head of the Xia family sent people from the assassin dynasty to kill him, and almost made him fall in the barren mountains outside the city. This is a killing game to the death. Qin Feng, you are really going too far. The head of the Xia family was furious. Qin Feng had killed their Xia family's prodigies one after another, making their Xia family a laughingstock. Now the other party came to their door and slapped their prodigies in the face in front of everyone, and even killed them. They really didn't take their Xia family seriously. And now, if they couldn't kill Qiang Feng in the sky above their family's palace, then all the strong men of their Xia family might as well crash into their heads and die. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbs feed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 476. Now, although the strength of the head of the Xia family is at the 8th level of the Wuxiang heaven, he knows in his heart that he is not Qin Feng's opponent. In the back mountain not far away, 3 people flew into the air. These 3 people are the guardian elders of their Xia family, all of whom are in the realm of half-step lords. The head of the family asked me to take this guy down and let him know that our Xia family is not easy to bully. Otherwise, wouldn't it make outsiders think that our Xia family has no one? The three guardian elders of the Xia family appeared, and the terrible pressure around them enveloped the world, making people tremble. Qin Feng's eyes condensed. These three people are extremely powerful. They should be people like the elders of the Xia family. You all come together. Qin Feng returned to the back of the dragon horse. He hooked his finger at the three people in front of him, and a playful smile appeared on his face. Boy, you are too arrogant. The three guardian elders of the Xia family were all furious. They reached the realm of half-step lords, but they were despised by the boy in front of them. This made the three of them feel ashamed. Who do you think you are, kid? Are you worthy of the three of us to fight together? One of the three guardians sneered repeatedly, with obvious contempt in his eyes, and he didn't take Qin Feng seriously at all. I am the son of the Suzaku Holy Land, the god king Qin Feng. Qin Feng waved the Juexian sword in his hand, and his words were heard, like a thunderclap. Even if the people of the Xia family knew Qin Feng's name, it was the first time they heard him call himself the God King. As the son of the saint, the other party took the initiative to say the name, which still made their pupils shrink and their minds change drastically. The name Qin Feng was well known, and he killed the peerless pride of their Xia family, making their Xia family a laughingstock in the imperial city. And the monks watching from a distance also heard Qin Feng's self-exposure of his family, and were shocked. Qin Feng really came to the Xia family to seek justice. Even if you are the son of the Holy Land of Suzaku, you cannot be arrogant in my Xia family. If you are killed, the Holy Lord of the Holy Land of Suzaku will not be able to say anything. A guardian elder said coldly, his snow-white beard was trembling, and he did not take Qin Feng seriously at all. At this moment, the other people of the Xia family around were all shouting in anger. The name Qin Feng was a nightmare for their Xia family, and some of their young disciples could not raise their heads at the gathering of the Tianjiao in the imperial city. Because Qin Feng killed Xia Tenglong, at every gathering of Tianjiao, someone would tell the news and embarrass the Tianjiao of their Xia family. But their Xia family could not rebuke the other party, because this was indeed the fact, so they were very angry and could not even raise their heads. They could not end up like this because of Qin Feng's actions, and all their resentment could only be blamed on Qin Feng. Is the Suzaku Holy Land special? A 3 or 4-year-old child in the distance was held in the arms of a young man, floating in the sky, looking in the direction of the Xia family, feeling extremely confused. Dog kid, keep your voice down, the Suzaku Holy Land is the largest force in Yanbei, and its strength is unfathomable. The man holding him hurriedly warned in a low voice, fearing that his voice would be sensed by others. How is it compared to the royal family? Dog kid asked again innocently. The foundation of the Suzaku Holy Land is unfathomable, and it can even be compared with a country. The middle-aged man explained again, and the children were stunned when they heard it. He had heard that the royal family was very powerful, which made him feel incredible. It seemed to be really powerful to be compared with a country. How is it compared to Hiwa? The little kid said again. Not long ago, he was beaten black and blue by Hiwa. In his mind, Hiwa was an invincible existence. The middle-aged man didn't know how to answer when he heard it. A little kid like Hiwa, who had just entered the practice mirror, could be killed by him with just one finger. However, if they were to face Qin Feng, I'm afraid that just a strand of hair would be enough to cut them in half. The Suzaku Holy Land can't say anything, but I tell you, I demolished the Duanmu family 3 days ago. Qin Feng shouted coldly, looking down at the 3 guardian elders in front of him, with murderous intent rising and falling. I also tell you, if it weren't for your Xia family's patriarch, who hired the people of the Killer Divine Dynasty to ambush and kill me, I would have wanted to let your Xia family go. However, after this incident, even if the King of Heaven came, I would raze the Xia family to the ground today. You. After the Xia family's guardian met Qin Feng's gaze, his words involuntarily weakened. He didn't dare to look into Qin Feng's eyes, and his momentum was more than one level weaker. You slander me, I didn't buy the killer divine dynasty to kill you. The Xia family's patriarch shouted loudly. He tried his best to quibble, but he seemed a little guilty. In his opinion, if the other party really has the strength to destroy the Duanmu family, it can only play an auxiliary role. The seventh Prince Yan Yun's talents are the main force. Master, why do you say so much to him? Since he asked the three of us to attack together, let's take him down together. The three guardian elders of the Xia family spoke very loudly. They didn't care about bullying the weak with the majority. For the face of the Xia family and to gain a foothold in the imperial city of Yan in the future, they could only forcefully eliminate Qin Feng. Otherwise, the mere existence of Qin Feng would be a huge scandal for their Xia family. That's right, I'm waiting for you to attack together. Qin Feng stood on the back of the dragon horse with an extremely calm expression. Facing the three guardian elders of the Xia family, he was fearless. You are so arrogant at such a young age. You can't blame others if you die. The three guardians attacked at the same time and rushed forward. They waved their sleeves. In an instant, the sky and the earth dimmed. Sand and rocks flew over the Xia family. 3 rockery were blown up to the sky. Qin Feng came to suppress them. At this moment, the Xia family's protective formation was fully activated. Otherwise, the 3 guardians alone would cause irreparable disasters here. 3 talents Dao formation. The elders of the Suzaku Holy Land were all shocked. This was a great magical power that was astonishing to the world. It was like a small world. It was displayed by the 3 half-step princes at this time, covering the sky and the earth, and surrounding Qin Feng in it. Qin Feng was still fearless. The Juexian sword in his hand slashed into the void. In an instant, 3 dragon-shaped air columns shook the world and roared in the void. In an instant, the 3 talents Dao formation was broken by Qin Feng. He moved his body, stepped on the immortal step, and rushed through in an instant, escaping. The people around were afraid. It was just the beginning, and Qin Feng broke such a terrifying 3 talents Dao formation, which made people tremble with fear. Kill! Kill! The 3 guardians of the Xia family roared together, their weapons vibrated, and the 3 magic swords flew up, bursting with silver sword light and slashing forward. In an instant, dozens of sword chi were densely arranged in the void, and then pierced through the void, like a terrifying sword beast, rushing forward. The sword light was dazzling, splitting the space. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 477. The sword light reached the sky and moved the earth. It was extremely bright. Dozens of sword chi expanded instantly and turned into hundreds, densely packed and filling the entire sky. In the void, there was a clanging sound, and countless sword lights collided brightly, turning into astonishing lethality and heading towards Qin Feng Cave. At this moment, Qin Feng stood on the 9 forbidden peaks, and the vision of the God King turned into a golden bell, covering his body, and his defense became extremely amazing. At the same time, the Suanhui rune appeared and turned into a huge protective shield, blocking Qin Feng's front and helping him block the volley of thousands of swords. Dang glang glang. A deafening roar of metal came, and the sword energy penetrated Qin Feng's body. Then, it collapsed into the void, and the sword light exploded, releasing a brilliant light. Qin Feng felt calm in his heart. The 9 forbidden orders asked him to protect his immortality. Coupled with the protection of the Suanhui shield, he did not suffer much impact. At this time, he was suspended in mid-air, and the immortal sword was shining brightly. The sword light was dozens of feet long and extremely thick. The sword light shocked the imperial city. At this moment, the 3 sword lights rushed forward, which was far more powerful than the sword lights produced by the three guardian elders, and it was intimidating. Hiss. Everyone present gasped because they discovered that Qin Feng actually used three swords to repel all three guardian elders. It was obvious that the three guardian elders were at a disadvantage. You must know that Qin Feng is still in the fourth level of Shenzhou, and his strength is simply incomparable to that of the three guardian elders of the half-step princes. But with such a gap in realm, Qin Feng actually repelled the three guardian elders, which made people terrified. This kid is too evil. We must not keep him here. Kill him quickly to avoid future troubles. The eyes of the three guardian elders were filled with murderous intent, and a terrifying murderous intention filled the air. Qin Feng was stronger than they imagined. If the other party is allowed to survive, then their Xia family will no longer be able to gain a foothold in the imperial city. You and I will go all out, don't hold anything back. An elder who protects the law has a very serious face. They feel a powerful threat from Qin Feng. Cut. The Sword of Annihilation. The three guardian elders of the Xia family roared angrily again, and around them, sheets of sword light filled the air. These sword lights merged into three giant swords in the void, reaching the sky and shaking the earth, and burst out, piercing the void. Go ahead, this is the famous swordsmanship of the three elders. The rumored Nirvana sword technique can annihilate the world, increase combat power by 3 times, and crush the enemy. There were constant discussions among the Xia family's children, and they all had incredible looks in their eyes. The three elders were able to challenge Qin Feng, a junior. At this moment, they actually used their strongest killing move and used the combined attack technique. It was obvious that they wanted to kill Qin Feng with one strike and not give him any chance. Behind Qin Feng, Zhu Luo and others were also frightened. They were all shocked when they saw the moves performed by the three guardian elders. Swipe. Zhu Luo and others stopped watching. They rose up in the air, trying to stop the three sword lights for Qin Feng to prevent him from falling here. No need for help, I'm enough on my own. Qin Feng suddenly spoke to stop him. His words were still calm, he had strong self-confidence and a sufficient understanding of his own strength. Zhu Luo and others looked at each other, but in the end they obeyed Qin Feng's order and did not step forward to help. The Nirvana sword came through the void, causing Qin Feng's pupils to shrink slightly. These three sword lights also caused a lot of pressure on him. Killing enemies across large realms, after all, there can't be too much difference. If I could stand in the Holy Realm, why would I be so constrained like this? Qin Feng's heart moved. The three guardian elders used the combined attack technique. Their combat power was tripled, and they actually far surpassed the half-step princes. Even people from the second level of the princes may not be their opponents. Boom. Thinking of this, Qin Feng hesitated, but directly took out the high-quality flash bomb and pointed it forward. Boom. The flash bomb exploded, instantly turning the world into white, and all the surrounding monks felt as if they were in a trance for a moment. When they opened their eyes, they discovered an extremely terrifying scene. The heads of the three elders of the Xia family were all flying high, and they were actually chopped to death in the void by Qin Feng. Hiss. At this moment, everyone was stunned and terrified. They never thought that in the blink of an eye, Qin Feng would chop off the heads of the three guardian elders. This is really terrifying. The heads were chopped off, but the three guardian elders were still alive. Undoubted horror bloomed in their souls. At that moment, Qin Feng stepped on the immortal steps, came behind them, and cut off their heads in an instant, leaving them dead. You. Shameless. The three guardian elders did not want to die. They were extremely strong in cultivation and were about to die here before they could fully exert their divine power. This made them extremely unwilling. However, any method can only kill the enemy, there is nothing shameless or shameless, the result is the most important. Plop. The corpses of the three guardian elders fell from the void to the ground and stopped moving for an instant. The three heads in mid-air, under the blessing of Qin Feng's 9 forbidden rules, shook out the heaven-shaking seal, and all of them turned into blood mist, and were killed in the void. At this moment, all the people in the Xia family were stunned. The head of the Xia family was also trembling all over. Even the guardian elders were dead. Who else in their Xia family could be Qin Feng's opponent? At this moment, the head of the Xia family regretted it very much. If he had known that Qin Feng was so arrogant and domineering, he would not have gone to the Assassin's dynasty to hire someone to kill Qin Feng. After killing the three guardian elders, a diamond scratch card appeared on the spot. Qin Feng's footsteps were mysterious. He walked forward and picked up the card in an instant. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successfully using the diamond scratch card and obtaining the lower level swordsmanship of the earthly immortal, the swordsmanship of extinction. In an instant, Qin Feng used the blood of Pangu to learn the lower level swordsmanship of extinction of the earthly immortal. He used the Juexian sword in his hand to gently draw a sword flower in the void. In an instant, a black long sword appeared in the void, and the energy light of the long sword radiated forward, immediately killing several elders of the Xia family in the void, turning them into blood mist. Damn, isn't this our Xia family's silent sword technique? How did this kid learn our Xia family's secret technique? Did he learn it after the three guardian elders used it once? The other elders of the Xia family were all stunned and frightened. They all focused their eyes on the head of the Xia family, waiting for him to make a decision. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 478. At this time, even the head of the Xia family was trembling with fear. Whether in terms of numbers or strength, the Xia family far outnumbered Qin Feng and the people he brought with him. However, Qin Feng's terrifying strength alone scared the disciples of the Xia family half to death, and even killed the three elders. Many people were scared and had no intention of resisting. The number of people in the Xia family was no advantage for Qin Feng's existence at this level. The three guardian elders of half of the lords died at the hands of Qin Feng, and the other elders and elites were all like ants. Qin Feng, my wife, and the current queen are sisters. If you destroy our Xia family, you will have to bear the wrath of the palace. The head of the Xia family was very angry. At this moment, in order to survive and for the Xia family, he had to use the queen to suppress Qin Feng. Old man, do you think this will work for me? Qin Feng showed a sneer at the corner of his mouth. The head of the Xia family bribed the Killer Divine Dynasty to kill him, and they have been fighting to the death. Since you let the people of the Killer Divine Dynasty kill me, you must be prepared to be killed by me. Qin Feng's murderous intent bloomed in his heart, and his terrible combat power exploded. The Killer Divine Dynasty is proficient in assassination and should never exist in this world. Qin Feng, I will find a way to cancel the list of the Killer Divine Dynasty. I don't know that person is hunting you. How about you let my Xia family go? Until this time, the head of the Xia family was still quibbling and refused to admit that he had issued a hunting order for Qin Feng. To this day, I have killed dozens of elders and the son of God of the Killer Divine Dynasty. Do you think they will let me go? Qin Feng's mouth was cold, and he and the Killer Divine Dynasty were fighting to the death. So, you really want to fight to the death with my Xia family? The head of the Xia family saw that Qin Feng could not be persuaded, so he frowned and forced himself to calm down. Now, he just wanted to delay time so that his wife in the palace could get the news and persuade the queen to come and save their Xia family. It was obvious that Qin Feng didn't want to take this opportunity at all. With Qin Feng's wave, Zhu Luo and others in the distance behind him all came to his eyes. The three guardian elders of the Xia family were killed by Qin Feng, and the rest of them were no match at all, and there would be no more accidents. Brothers, Qin Feng wants to fight to the death with our Xia family, then we will die. We will die. All the people in the Xia family also knew that they could no longer have any fluke mentality at this time. It seemed that the other party would never let them go, and they decided to fight to the death. Kill. As the head of the Xia family waved his hand, all the people rushed over, and the battle broke out at once, and the energy light like a vast ocean spread here. The movement here instantly made the whole imperial city boil. The head of the Xia family immediately brought more than a dozen elders to surround and kill Qin Feng. At this time, there was nothing to say, only to go all out. Seeing the head of the Xia family rushing towards him, Qin Feng showed a slight sneer on his face. The other party did not want to escape, but instead besieged him, that was looking for death. Swish! Qin Feng's Chuexian sword slashed forward, and a black sword light appeared in the void. With the blessing of the Nine Forbiddens, the power of the Jimmy sword technique was unimaginable. Qi La! The sword light swept across the sky, and the head of the Xia family was the first to be chopped into a blood mist by Qin Feng. His figure disappeared directly into the void, and even the bone residue was not left. At the same time, the sword light continued to move forward, and in an instant, the rest of the elders who were besieging him were also chopped into the void and turned into a blood mist. Zhu Luo and the others were overjoyed when they saw this. Qin Feng had killed more than a dozen elders, and the remaining people were no longer a threat to them. Brothers, avenge the head of the family. Kill. Let them know that our Xia family is not easy to mess with. After a brief silence, the deputy head of the Xia family burst into a roar. They knew that Qin Feng was very strong, but they were not afraid of death and rushed forward just to survive. After all, they had the upper hand in numbers. If they used human sea tactics, they might not be able to kill Qin Feng. Boom! The battle broke out violently. After the head of the Xia family died, the people of the Xia family, led by the deputy head of the family, all rushed towards Qin Feng. Kill. As long as Qin Feng is killed, there will be a huge reward. The head of the family's wife has gone to the palace to ask for reinforcements. As long as Qin Feng can be killed, you can survive. Under the leadership of the father of the Xia family, the people of the Xia family all rushed forward desperately, wanting to kill Qin Feng. Qi La! Qin Feng saw this and used the sword of annihilation. With one sword across the sky, under the blessing of the Nine Forbiddens, the power was earth-shaking. The deputy head of the family who was leading the front saw this and his heart skipped a beat. He subconsciously wanted to dodge, but it was too late. The sword of annihilation swept across the sky, and the deputy head of the family was instantly killed in the void like the head of the Xia family, without any resistance. Ma! How can we fight this? All the people in the Xia family were stunned, with horror on their faces. Another leader who took the lead was killed, making it impossible for them to organize an effective resistance. Then, I don't know who it was, the first leader ran away in an instant. Their lives were threatened, and they didn't hesitate at all and immediately prepared to run away. Brothers, Qin Feng is too strong. There is no need for us to die here for the Xia family. I will run away first. The Xia family will become history. We don't need to pay for the Xia family's funeral. Some elders of the Xia family saw the scene and ran away instantly. Some of the Xia family's geniuses who were not from the original surname did not dare to fight with Qin Feng anymore after seeing this scene. Brothers, I am not from the Xia family. I will run away too. Another young genius of the Xia family shouted at the top of his voice, and then he fled into the distance with mysterious steps. Of course, there are more people in the Xia family who are resisting stubbornly. In their opinion, no matter how powerful Qin Feng is, he is just one person. As long as his true energy is exhausted, they can kill him. As for the elders brought by Qin Feng, they were also stopped by countless elders from the Xia family who came later. Although the fighting power was one-sided, their Xia family won because of the large number of people, and temporarily stabilized the situation. Qi La. However, Qin Feng was like a man in a deserted place. The sword of annihilation swept across the sky, and his divine power was like the sea, as if it was inexhaustible. He became more and more courageous and powerful as he fought. As time went by, the sword of annihilation became rampant here, and the advantage of the Xia family in numbers became nothing. Countless Tianjiao elders and elites were killed in the void by Qin Feng's sword of annihilation, and countless gold and platinum scratch cards appeared in the field. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 479. Brothers, I can't stand it anymore. I'm running away too. I have an 80-year-old mother and a newly married wife. I can't be buried with the Xia family. All the people in the Xia family were in a complete mess. Many young people began to run away, not wanting to die here at a young age. The people from the Suzaku Holy Land quickly occupied the Xia family. Not long after, the Suzaku Holy Land sent a large number of elders and monks to surround the Xia family. This incident shook the imperial city and caused a huge storm. After the war, the elders of the Suzaku Holy Land gathered around and began to clean up the battlefield and take over the Xia family's property afterwards. This will be a feast for gluttons. The Xia family is extremely powerful, and the property under its name is a sweet potato. There will be countless families who want to take a bite. However, it can be foreseen that the Suzaku Holy Land will get most of the Xia family's property, and its strength will be improved again. All this will belong to Qin Feng's lineage. After the battle, the elders and monks of the Suzaku Holy Land cleaned up the battlefield, while Qin Feng picked up all the scratch cards here and came to the largest public palace of the Xia family. In this battle, he got countless gold and platinum scratch cards. Although the treasures from these scratch cards were average, they were sufficient in quantity and had countless cultivation resources. Similarly, Qin Feng also scratched out some diamond scratch cards and got tens of thousands of elixirs and fairy gold. These things were enough to make his strength soar again. He alone was enough to be comparable to half of the Holy Land. Of course, the premise is that his strength realm must also reach the level of the Holy Land. Otherwise, he is just a young man with countless resources and cannot compete with the foundation of the Holy Land. After all, such a foundation exists, the power is comparable to the creation, and it can be regenerated by dripping blood. It is so powerful that it is difficult for people to understand. The Suzaku Holy Land is also a fierce man. After extinguishing the remnant forces of the Xia family and counter-attacking, the Suzaku Holy Land even moved its base to the Xia family and built its own Suzaku branch. Moreover, they left the most luxurious palace to Qin Feng as Qin Feng's bedroom, and did not allow anyone to disturb it, and they were ready to pass it on. At this time, the great Yan imperial city was in chaos. This news shook the entire imperial city and made people tremble with fear. Other major forces also showed strange colors. Qin Feng was so strong that they felt a sense of crisis. The undercurrent in the imperial city was surging. Several royal families who were friendly with the Duanmu family and the Xia family also contacted privately to discuss how to deal with the strong attack of the Suzaku Holy Land. There was no news from the palace for the time being. No one knew how the ruler in the harem would deal with this incident after the Suzaku Holy Land took down the Xia family. The thunderous wrath in the palace did not fall down, which made the other 7 royal families in the imperial city feel uncertain. Therefore, someone from the royal family suggested that they temporarily let their young geniuses hold a grand event to have some private contact with Qin Feng. However, no one expected that the news of the private contact would spread in the imperial city. This matter became a topic of conversation after dinner, and everyone knew that the princes and geniuses in the imperial city were preparing to challenge Qin Feng in the Kuning building. Kuning building is a very powerful restaurant in the capital of the Great Yan Kingdom, and behind it stands the royal family of the Great Yan Kingdom. Soon someone sent the invitation to the former Xia family mansion where Qin Feng was. Qin Feng originally didn't want to participate in these children's little fights, but in the past few days, he had just broken through to the 5th level of Shenzhou, and upgraded the Juexian sword to the earthly weapon Juexian sword, so he decided to go and take a look. The imperial city of the Great Yan Kingdom is very large, and the roads in the city are crisscrossed and extremely wide. Those who can live in the imperial city are all masters and talents, and the children of the nobles are not surprised. Countless beasts and chariots were running rampant, and the luxurious decorations became the topic of conversation after dinner, to see which princes and nobles were more outstanding. Today, the streets were very noisy, and countless beasts pulled chariots and drove through the streets, all ready to attend the Tianjiao event in the Kunying building. Pedestrians on the road also knew that a big event would happen in the Kunying building today, so they retreated and did not dare to provoke. And in the Suzaku mansion where Qin Feng was, there were countless people who gathered not far away, ready to watch Qin Feng appear. They wanted to see what kind of dragon and phoenix this young man who directed endless storms in the capital of the Great Yan Kingdom was, and whether he had 3 heads and 6 arms as rumored. Do you think Qin Feng's gathering with the talented nobles in the imperial city will cause a fierce battle? Qin Feng is so young, but he is already on par with the elders of some aristocratic families. Isn't that a crushing trend? I don't think so. Qin Feng was able to destroy the 2 great Zero aristocratic families because he relied on the identity of the Suzaku Holy Land. It must be the elders of the Suzaku Holy Land who secretly made a move. Many people talked about it and were extremely envious. They stared at the gate of the Suzaku mansion without blinking, wanting to see Qin Feng's peerless style. Swish! As the gate of the Suzaku mansion opened, Qin Feng's body was emitting a hazy precious light, and he rode a dragon horse to the door. What a powerful beast! What a handsome man! Countless people were amazed when they saw Qin Feng's figure, and some young girls had little stars in their eyes and their hearts were trembling. Qin Feng, under the background of the dragon horse, was wearing a white dress, surrounded by aura, and his black hair was tied behind him casually, which was powerful and attractive. To attend the Tianjiao event, the little girls who loved to join in the fun naturally could not be left behind. Qin Feng brought all his disciples and others with him, and the crane and a huge peacock appeared behind Qin Feng. Yeqing Cheng, Zuk, Zhou Qing Zhu Xiaoman, and Ou Yangxiu all followed Qin Feng to attend the event. And, Qin Feng's disciples also followed behind him honestly. As a member of the Tongbai ape clan, he looked ferocious and terrifying, and very attractive. This time, Qin Feng and his friends did not fly into the air, but prepared to see the city style in the imperial city along the way. Not long after, they came to the largest street in the imperial city. Not far ahead was the Kunying building, where countless Tianjiao gathered. Today, there will be a tit for tat. Boom! On the wide street, bronze chariots were speeding by. The chariots were all flowing with runes, and they were impressive. In order to show their status, they were decorated in an extraordinary style. Suddenly, a chariot came hurriedly behind him. The terrifying beast instantly burst into a huge roar, and endless light lingered. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbspeed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 480. Roar. The moment the chariot rushed over, countless runes appeared and radiated towards Qin Feng's dragon and horse. The dragon and horse roared, and the light shone like thunder. On top of the bronze chariot, there was also a ferocious beast that emitted terrifying ripples. The dragon energy overflowed from the dragon and horse. For a moment, the demonic forces collided here, erupting into a roar that soared into the sky. Snort. The ferocious beast pulling the chariot staggered. It was far less sacred than Qin Feng's dragon and horse, but it quickly calmed down and rushed past. Qin Feng ignored this at all. He took Zhou Qing'er and others and soon arrived at the end of Kuning building. You are so arrogant and domineering, but no one cares about you. Zhou Qing'er, who was sitting on the crane, muttered in a low voice that the people he met when entering the capital were too unruly and unruly. The kingdom of Yan has been established by force, and the people are all tough, especially for a princely family like this, which is normal. Suzaku on the side said that all the people who can participate in the grand event this time are talented people. They also often have tit-for-tat confrontations. As for being domineering and strong, it has long been a routine. Well, isn't it just in line with master's wishes? Zhou Qing'er nodded. His master was very forceful in his actions. This style of wanting to beat up anyone he didn't like was in line with the folk customs of the great Yan kingdom. This kind of party seems very nice. Qin Feng touched his chin. He also wanted to see how extraordinary the children of the princes of the Yan kingdom were. Boom! The bronze chariot in front stopped. The 8 ferocious beasts pulling the chariot were all extremely murderous and powerful. The owner of the chariot seemed to be trying to block Qin Feng and the others. The huge figure of the chariot stopped in front of Qin Feng. As the curtain opened, a young and majestic figure stepped out of the chariot. He glanced coldly at Qin Feng behind him, and immediately wanted to lead his entourage into the Tower of Heroes. However, Qin Feng's dragon horse was not a good-tempered one. When it saw the 8-headed murderer standing in front of him, it immediately became agitated. Roar! An earth-shaking dragon roar spread, and the terrifying pressure came out, instantly making the 8 ferocious beasts tremble, and they did not dare to be restless anymore. The terrifying aura of the dragon and horse filled the air. This was a kind of natural racial suppression, which made their souls feel the will. They even lowered their heads and half-crouched on the ground, not daring to be arrogant anymore. This scene immediately made the purple-haired young man dissatisfied. His beast surrendered to the opponent's beast, which was like a slap in the face, making him very angry. The purple-haired young man let out a soft roar, and a terrifying aura suddenly filled his body, radiating towards Qin Feng. What he has to do is very simple, that is, Qin Feng's dragon and horse make his beast kneel on the ground, then he will let the owner of the dragon and horse kneel on the ground and kowtow to him. Qin Feng's eyes were focused. He was sitting on the back of the dragon horse, not dodging, looking at the purple-haired young man with his golden eyes, and his heart was unmoved. The young man has reached the 6th level of formlessness and seems to be a divine body. No wonder he is so domineering. But unfortunately, when he met Qin Feng, it was impossible for Qin Feng to surrender. Not to mention him, even if his father came, he might not be able to make Qin Feng surrender. It's quite a while. Jin Ye's eyes were sharp and compelling. In his eyes, 2 rays of light bloomed, and a stronger pressure shook. A wave was higher than the wave, crushing towards Qin Feng, trying to suppress Qin Feng to the ground. But it is a pity that he completely miscalculated. His huge pressure suppressed Qin Feng and had no effect at all. Even Qin Feng's dragon and horse did not show any fear. On the contrary, his 8 ferocious beasts could not bear the pressure, and immediately became incontinent, kneeling on the ground and trembling, and the smell of fish filled the air for a while. This scene made Tonight feel even more embarrassed. He was in the 6th level of the formless heaven, but he couldn't defeat a mere monk of the 5th level of divine illumination. This shocked him extremely. "Brother, what do you mean? Why don't we go ahead?" Qin Feng seemed very kind, and Jin Ye's terrifying coercion had no impact on him at all. In an instant, Qin Feng came to Jin Ye, then stretched out his big hand like a leaf fan and patted Jin Ye on the shoulder, looking very familiar. However, the next moment, something shocking happened. Qin Feng's palm seemed extremely simple and he did not use any force. But this blow hit Jin Ye's shoulder, making his bones crackle. The solid bluestone ground could not withstand such force. He was as powerful as a golden leaf and his cultivation was at the level of Wu Xiang. Lu Chong was knocked half into the ground by Qin Feng. Some pedestrians around were shocked and gasped. Jin Ye was the eldest son of the Jin family, one of the 8 royal families in the capital. He was a prodigy with unfathomable strength. However, such a powerful Jinyi was actually planted into the ground by a monk who was younger than him and only reached the 5th level of divine light. This made people afraid of being confident and difficult to understand. After finishing this palm, Qin Feng put away all the dragons, horses, cranes and peacocks. Then, under the shocked eyes of everyone, and surrounded by female apprentices and junior sisters, he walked into the Kuning Tower with great swagger. After Qin Feng's figure was invisible from the door, Jin Ye felt that the pressure on his body disappeared. He immediately rose from the ground to the sky, and runes burst out, blooming with dazzling light. "Ah, I'm so angry!" Jin Ye roared loudly. He competed with Qin Feng's soul, and the other party was obviously better than him. What's more important is that the opponent's physical body is also stronger than his, and he is directly planted into the ground. This shows that the opponent's body is as strong as the sea and is far stronger than him. Who is this person? Jin Ye's eyes were slightly cold, his eyes were cold, but his heart was full of surprise. When the opponent made a move just now, he didn't feel it at all, no matter the body shape or movement. He only felt that he was planted into the ground by the opponent in a flash before his eyes. All this told him that the other party's divine power was as powerful as the sea and his fighting power was astonishing. He could rival some ancient monsters. Could it be him? A figure appeared in Jin Ye's mind. With his cultivation in the divine realm, he was probably the only one who could run rampant in the imperial city. According to rumors, the holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land leaped to the great realm to kill enemies, and even led the elders of the Suzaku Holy Land to raise the Duanmu family and the Xia family to the ground. He was so powerful that it was almost devastating, and it was simply terrifying. Let me go, why did I offend this kid? The more Jin Ye thought about it, the more frightened he became. The more he thought about it, the more uncomfortable he felt. He had always been strong among his peers. Therefore, when he saw an unknown low-level monk standing in front of him, he naturally wanted to crush him. Unexpectedly, he was the one who was embarrassed.